Very good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining the session. So, students, could you please mention like from which class have you joined so that we are aware? With this demo session, we have planned for class 4 and 5 students. So, could you please mention your classes in the chat box so that we are aware like from which grades students we have currently, and accordingly we will guide you and we will teach you. We have prepared this presentation for class 4 and 5 students. Vansh class 5, very good. Anushri 4, Anagi 4, very good. So I see most of the students are from class 4 and 5 only. Thank you so much for sharing the responses. And anybody who is appearing for the Olympiad exam first time or don't know uh, what is about Olympiad exams and just want to know about it, they can raise their hands. Anyone who has not appeared in the Olympiad exam for IEO, they can raise their hands. No one? All have participated at least once. Very good. So I can see like all the students have participated. And I would request you to please keep the video on. If you can keep the video on, then please keep your videos on so that we have a better interaction. We can see your smiling and lovely faces, and accordingly we'll guide you also. Teacher may call you also for asking questions or sharing your responses. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin with this session. Let us first introduce ourselves, who we are. So MTG Learning Media is an more than 42 years old organization who have been involved in preparing various content for the competitive exams, be it your NEET, JEE, your Olympiads, your school books, foundation books, uh, your CUET, CBSE class 10th and 12th. So all those resources have been prepared by our dedicated content development team. And a lot of teachers and institutions have been utilizing our resources for their learning requirements and guiding students. Okay. I hope most of you are also referring to the resources by MTG, be it workbook, be it prep guide, be it your previous year's papers for your Olympiad preparation, right? Great, great. So in this session, we will discuss about what is IEO exam. What is the importance of IEO exam, basically? What is the exam pattern of IEO exam? And we will take one very easy topic, which is articles, and we will practice few questions based on it. We will see the exceptions also and few preparation tips in the end, how to prepare for vocabulary. We will share some important vocabulary building tips that ma'am will share. So we have our very renowned teacher from our English classes. She has been teaching students for the Olympiad preparation. So I'll introduce you short while. Before that, let's see why IEO Olympiad exam is important. So it helps you to improve your reading, writing, and vocabulary skills. You learn new words and better sentences formation. It makes you more confident in speaking and understanding English. You can win certificates, medals, and prizes. Doing well in English can help you get special opportunities in institutions, and it makes learning interesting and exciting for you. It doesn't make like you have to rote learn and then write your exam in the schools. It's like you get to, you get to solve, you get to think, you get to analyze the question. So this is how it makes English interesting for you. Okay. This year, you can see the schedule of the examination, which is going to happen in 2026 and 27. The exams for class 1 to 12 English Olympiad will happen in 3 dates, 30 September, 27 October, and 17th November. So all these 3 dates have been given by SOF, and your school will choose any of the date, any one date that school will choose. And accordingly, your exam will happen in the school premises. All the registrations for the Olympiads through schools only. Okay, so you can see the structure of this exam. For class 1 to 4, and 5. This is for 4 and 5. So we see in 4 and 5, there are a number of sections are same. There are 4 sections in the exam paper. Number 1 is word and structure knowledge. Number 2 is reading, spoken and written expression, and achiever section. And accordingly, you can see the marks also. So you can see for each section, the marks, number of questions are there. For each section, you can see the mark, number 1. And for achiever section, which are HOTS question, higher order thinking questions, you have 2 marks per question for class up to class 4. For class 5, we have achiever section where the number of questions are same, but you have the marking as 3 marks per question. So this is very important to pay attention on the achiever section questions because these are higher order thinking questions. Okay, we will see in the upcoming slides like what kind of preparation you need for all these different sections. Okay, and so I'll introduce Lubna ma'am, who is with us and who will be guiding you further and taking you for you a small topic of articles. Just give me 1 minute. So Lubna ma'am, over to you now. You can take over the class and guide students about further sections of the IO exam and then topic.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Maybe I could just go ahead and share. I still need the access, ma'am. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right. So good evening, students. So today,
Good evening, ma'am.
so good to see all of you. Okay, so I'm sure you all might be aware of this topic, articles, right? What are articles? Anushri, do you know what are articles?
Let me memorize.
Okay, no problem. Maybe anyone else could raise their hands and then, we can tell the others what are articles. Oh, yes, I can see Purvi. Yeah, tell me.
A, and the.
Very good. A and the. So today we'll look into these 3. Okay. All right. So we are gonna go through these things. Introduction, indefinite, definite, and omission of articles, which means 0 articles. All right. Because everywhere we don't need to add the articles. All right. Now over here, as Purvi already mentioned that we have 3 articles, a, an, and the. And what's the purpose? We use them before nouns. Okay. And we use them whether the noun is specific or general. For example, if you say that, I ate an apple. Okay. So apple is a noun, right? So I ate an apple. So you use that. But you can't say I ate an apples. That is incorrect. I ate apples or I ate 2 or 3 apples. That's how you indicate. Okay. All right. So we categorize the articles into 2, definite and indefinite. So who would raise hands? Who can tell me what is meant by definite? Or give an example, a, an, or the, which is the definite one? You can raise your hand in the emote icon. So I can see. Okay. I can't see, no one has raised hands. Do you want me to pick up names then? Dhananjay. Which of these articles is definite? A, an, or the?
The, ma'am.
The. And why is it definite?
Because the is used when a specific or general object is used while speaking.
Not general, it is supposed to be specific.
Okay,
Okay, maybe something which is one of its kind, or something when the listener knows that you are referring to this particular object. Okay, all right, let's move ahead. So we have some of the examples over here. I have read a storybook. So here the name of the storybook isn't mentioned. It is very generic expression that I've read a storybook. Okay. She bought an umbrella yesterday. Okay, who can tell me why did we use an article before umbrella?
Ma'am.
You have to raise hands. Angisha. Okay, yeah. Yes, Angi. Tell me, please.
Ma'am, because it's starting with U and sound also of vowel. So with vowel we use N.
Oh, very good. So, by the way, how many vowels are there in English, Angi?
A, E, I, O, U.
Okay, very good. That's the reason. All right. The earth revolves around the sun. Okay, who can tell me why did we use the twice in a sentence? Just raise your hands and I'm going to call names. Vansh, yes, please go ahead.
We use the because both the
Mm-hmm.
things
Yeah.
are
Mm-hmm.
definite.
Definite. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Amaira, what is your explanation? Why did we use the over here?
Ma'am, we use the because both the earth and the sun are specific.
Specific and only one of its kind, right? That's why. Yes, of course, there may be other things in the universe, other sun, but here we know we are referring to the sun and the earth of our solar system. That's why. Okay. Yes. So let's move ahead. Now let's focus on indefinite articles. Okay. So A and N come into the category of indefinite articles, which means they don't refer to any particular person, not specifying any particular name of a person or name of a place or thing. It is just in general. Okay. Now, Article A, it is used before singular countable nouns that begin with a consonant sound. Okay, so we will take a pause over here. Who can tell me what is meant by countable nouns? Please raise your hand. Only those who raise hands will get the chance. Okay. Okay. Anushri, yes, please.
Countable means that something that could be counted as A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so can you give examples, Anushri? Such as, countable, such as?
Pencils,
Uh-huh.
pencils,
Mhm.
books,
Okay.
shoes.
Okay. What about milk, water, tea, coffee? Can we count them?
No, ma'am.
We can't, right? So we can just measure them. Okay. Good. Okay. Adit, yes. Do you have other examples? Go ahead.
Ma'am, I wanted to say what are countable nouns.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ma'am, countable nouns are the nouns that can be physically counted, like bananas, apples, etc.
Very good. That is what it is. Okay. So we use A. We use the article A when we are talking about one thing. Okay. Now it could be any. So one thing, for example, it could be an apple. Okay. It could be a book. It could be a table. Okay. So which means any table, any book, any apple. Here we are not referring to a specific book or table. So we'll not use we'll use A. Okay. Now there is an important rule. We use A before words that begin with a consonant sound, which means A, E, I, O, U are eliminated. They don't have this sound. So rest other than the ones that are left out are the ones that have consonant sounds. Okay. So like we have examples. I saw a dog. Now here a dog could be any dog. We don't know about which dog the person is talking. She has a book. It is again any book. He bought a car. Any car. This is a table. Any table. Not specific one. Okay. Now, another indefinite article is an. So we use it when we talk about one thing, just like the article a, and it's not specific. But then the thing is, the rule is we use an only before the words that begin with a vowel sound, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, for instance, we have I ate an apple. Apple starts with A, now that's a vowel sound. She saw an elephant. He needs an umbrella. There is an orange on the table. Okay, so which means again it is any orange, but then because of the vowel sound, we add an before it. Okay, now we have some exceptions. For instance, a word might begin with a consonant letter. Okay, you'll have to raise your hands. Okay, if you have any questions, and I'll cater to the questions at the end. But if it has a vowel sound at the beginning, we still use an. For example, here you can see an R. Okay, so just raise hands who can give an explanation for this. Why is this an? Why do we say an R? I've just stopped sharing the slide on purpose. Yes, why do we say an R? Okay, Prabhu Datta. Yes, tell me. Yes, you're on mute. Yes, Prabhu Datta. Why do we say an R? I was late by an hour. What is the spelling? With which letter does it begin? Do you know the spelling of R?
A-R-E.
R. It's pronounced as R. Hour, like R. H-O-U-R. Why do we say I was late by an hour? It begins with H. Why should we add an? Okay, no problem. You would like to pass? No, wait, I will pick up names. I will pick up names. No, ma'am. All right, let me see who didn't get the chance. Let me see. Okay. Yes. Okay. I can see only a few of them. Okay, Amira, go ahead.
Ma'am, though R starts with H, it has the sound of a vowel O. So that's why we use an.
Yeah, because H is silent, right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna reshare the screen. Okay, so H is silent and it sounds like R, so which begins with an O sound. Similarly, an honest man. Same case, H is silent over here. It sounds like honest, you know? It gives a sound of the vowel. That's why an honest man. Okay? Yes, you can lower your hands. Now let's come to the definite articles. The. When we are referring to a specific thing or a place or a person, we use the. Okay? Now when I say a person doesn't mean that you use the before a name. Like you don't say the Rahul. No, not before proper nouns. Okay, so we'll get into that as well. So we use the when you have already spoken about something before and you're talking about it again. For instance, if I say, I saw a movie. I saw a movie. Then I explain the movie was good. Or I saw a bird sitting on the tree. The bird had beautiful feathers. So first time when I spoke, I used the article a because it was any bird. But when I'm continuing referring to that same bird, I replaced article a with the bird, because now the listener is aware of the bird. So that's why I used the. Second condition, we use the when there's only one of something. For example, you saw in the previous slides, the earth, the moon, the sun, right? Or directions like the north, the south. Third case, again, it is more or less similar to the first point. Everyone knows exactly what you are talking about. So let's have a look at some of the examples. I saw a dog. Okay, that's why we use a. But then the continuation is the dog was barking loudly. Okay, because the dog was introduced and the listener knows that you're talking about the same dog. Then you have, can you pass me the salt? Okay, now why did we use the before salt? Because can you pass me the salt? It's clear that the salt generally, is placed on the table. So the person who is asking for the salt and the listener both know where exactly the salt is placed. That's why the salt means referring to the salt shaker that is there on the table. The sun is shining because there is only one sun. The teacher is explaining articles. So you are aware of the teacher who is explaining you the concept of articles. We visited the Red Fort. Why? Because there is only one Red Fort that we know. Okay. Now, further, article the is used with nouns indicating definite or particular people or things. For example, they have won the elections. They have won the elections because here it is referring to a particular thing, that is elections. And which elections the listener is aware of. We went to the park. We used here the if the listener is aware that the person is talking or referring to which park. That's the reason we used the. Okay. Then it is also used with superlative degree of adjectives. For example, he is the tallest boy in the class. Tallest. So the tallest. This is the best way of preparing for exams. The best. She is the smartest in the entire class. Okay. So whenever you encounter or you come across any superlative degree, always add article the before them. Then you have names of rivers. So these are the rules that you should make a note of because going ahead, we are going to have some questions and I'm going to pick names and you would answer those questions. So with the names of rivers, mountains, you have oceans, seas, united countries and deserts. Okay, what do you mean by united countries? Who can tell me? You could raise your hands. Only one hand? Okay. All right, Anushri, yeah, go ahead, give it a try.
United States means that many states live together united as one.
Okay, then why don't we say the India? India also has many states.
Ma'am, because it has a specific name.
No, so even other countries have specific name. So actually, yeah, see, please be on mute. So actually the fact is that countries that have the names United, like United States of America. So we add the before them. The United States of America, the United Kingdom, the United Arab Emirates, or countries that are group of islands, the Maldives. Okay, countries which have plural in their names, like the Netherlands. So that is where we apply article the. Okay, so coming to some of the examples of the rivers like the Yamuna, the Himalayas, the Pacific Ocean, and you can have as many examples that fall under this category. Second category is the names of historical monuments like the Red Fort we saw in the previous slide, then the Taj Mahal, likewise, any historical monuments, the Qutub Minar. So you can use, okay? All right. Yes, please be on mute. Okay. We also use the before the names of holy books like the Bible, the Ramayana. Okay. Then with the names of celestial bodies, the sun, the earth, the moon, because then here it means we are referring to specific celestial bodies. Celestial means heavenly body. Okay. All right. Now comes the chance to try some of the questions. All right. I'm going to pick up names. Kavya. Kavya, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself. Okay, you're not able to unmute. All right, not a problem. Let me give chance to someone else. You can then.
Yes. Yes.
You're here? Okay. Yes. So I would want you to read the instructions and answer just question number 1. You're not audible.
Shima is that the jungle god. Shima is Shima
Timer
Shima
is.
is
Hmm,
yep. Shima is the younger girl.
The.
No article.
Okay, no problem. All right. Arjun, what do you think the answer should be?
Ma'am, the answer should be Samia is a young girl.
Saima is a young girl.
Young girl.
Yes. And why did you use A before this?
Ma'am, because Y is a consonant.
Okay. And does it refer to specificity or this is
No,
a
ma'am.
generic?
It's a generic, ma'am.
This is generic one. Okay. All right. We have someone with the name Mahi. Mahi Beg. Okay. Yes, are you there, Mahi? No, okay. All right. I'll just pick up from the ones who have raised hands. Yes, Prabhu Datta. Question number 2.
Ma'am, the
Prabhu,
answer is
please
the
read the entire
teacher.
sentence. The teacher.
The teacher only replied with a smile.
Okay. With a smile. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And why?
Because S is a consonant.
Okay. So if S is a consonant, you can't use an. Okay. See, the reason is because smile is what? It is singular, right? Is that so? So you should come up with that reason. Yes, of course, you can't use an, but yes, you can definitely use a. Okay. And we are referring it for the first time. That's why no the. Okay. All right. Next is Ritisha. Question 3rd.
My uncle is MP. Ma'am, there is no article.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
No, no.
Okay, please be on mute. Please be on mute. Please be on mute. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see who else would like to give a try. Adipt, what do you think the answer should be for the 3rd one?
Ma'am, I think the answer should be for question number 3. My uncle is dash MP is option A. My uncle is a MP.
Okay.
Ma'am,
as
will it
per you. I will call out names. You have to be patient. I'll call out names. Don't worry. Okay. Maybe Vidyashri. Would you like to answer?
Yes, I would like to answer.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the correct answer for question 3? And why?
My uncle is an MP because
Mm-hmm. Because what is the sound that you get when you say MP? Does it sound like M or does it have a sound, vowel sound? MP. E. It has a sound of E, MP. So my uncle is an MP. That's the reason. So we go by the sound, not by what's written. Okay. All right. Next question. Angi, question number 4.
this Earth revolves around the sun. So the Earth revolves around the sun.
Okay. Got it. All right. Then Vansh, question 5.
They arrived after an hour. Answer is B.
Okay. And why B?
Because of the sound.
Because of the sound. Okay. And what's the sound?
Hour. It sounds like a. It sounds like
It
a
sounds
vowel.
like O, an R. O, the vowel sound of O because H is silent. Okay. All right. Yes, you all can lower your hands, please. All right. Now let's see. There are certain situations where articles are not required. So that is a zero articles case. For instance, we have certain conditions where we don't use any articles are before proper nouns. Like as I already mentioned before, I gave the example, the Rahul, that is incorrect. Similarly, you don't say the Rama. Rama is a good girl. That's it. Delhi, you don't say the Delhi. Delhi is the capital of India. Similarly, you don't add the before India. You don't say Delhi is the capital of the India. It's incorrect. Okay. Then when we talk about material, so there is something called material nouns that refers to things like gold, silver, okay, iron, and then abstract. Abstract refers to some emotions, some qualities, intangible things which we can't touch, like honesty. That is intangible. We can't touch it, but we know. Okay. So honesty is the best policy. Okay. Why did we use the before best? Who can tell me? Raise your hands. Okay. Yes, Vidyashri.
Can you please repeat the question?
Why did we use the before best?
Because best is a common word.
Oh, that's not the reason. Okay. Vansh, what do you think?
It is a
Why did
higher.
we? Huh?
It is a higher. It is a superlative degree. That is why you use the.
Very good. So we always add the before any superlative degree. Okay. This is a rule. All right. Now, moving ahead, then certain other conditions where articles are omitted before languages, like you don't say the Hindi. Hindi is my first language. I can speak the English, incorrect. I can speak English fluently. So not before languages. Okay, not before meals. I'm going to have my lunch or The lunch is ready is incorrect. Lunch is ready. Okay, dinner has been served. You don't say the dinner has been served. That's incorrect. I haven't had the breakfast today is incorrect because it is a meal time. I haven't had breakfast today. It is understood. Breakfast time is in the morning hours. Okay. So these are the things where we don't use articles. Then let's have a look at other conditions before sports. I like playing cricket. I like playing football. I like playing chess. They are playing badminton. They are playing cricket. They are playing football. So before sports, no article is used. Before school, college, hospital, church, temple, mosques, when these places are used for their primary purposes. So like, I learned German. We don't say I learned a German, an German, or the German. At an school, a school, the school, no. I learned German at, if you are specifying the school name, then you need to use the. Like, I learned German at the DPS school. Then you use the. But if it doesn't have any name, then you can just omit the article. He is admitted in hospital. He is admitted in the holy hospital. If it is a proper noun, then you use the. Otherwise, in general, no articles in these scenarios. Okay? All right. Let's move ahead to set of questions. Yes. Who would raise hands? I would like to see the hands raised and only those I'm going to pick. Okay, Adipt, quite quick. Yes, please read the instructions and answer question number 1.
Directions 1 to 5. Choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. Question number 1. Dash Wordsworth was a great poet. Ma'am, I think the option is D. No article.
No article. And why? What's the reason?
Because Wordsworth is a proper noun.
Exactly. And we don't use the or any of the articles before proper noun. Okay. All right.
Underscore?
Yes. Ritisha, question number 2.
Dash Alps is in Europe. Ma'am, option is no article.
Why? What is Alps?
Ma'am, Alps is a name.
Name of what?
The Alps is in Europe.
Okay. So what's the correct answer? No article or the?
The.
And why? What's the rule?
Ma'am, ma'am, because it's a specific place.
Specific place like in? Is it a mountain range?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's a massive mountain range in Europe. That is what we studied, right? We use article the before the mountains, name of mountains, or even mountain
And it's
ranges.
a group of mountains.
Yes. So the Alps is in Europe. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Good try. Who else? Question number 3. Oh, all the hands have gone down. Let me see. Okay. Vansh. Question number 3.
Dash diamond is a precious stone. Diamond is a precious stone.
Okay.
No article.
Why?
Because diamond is a specific. Because
Diamond is? What rule did we study? Huh?
because diamond is a metal.
So what was the rule that we studied? Before any material nouns, we don't use articles. Remember, gold is a precious material, right? So diamond, it's a stone, it's not a metal. It's a precious stone. So because it comes under the category of material noun, we'll omit the. Okay, or we won't even add a. So diamond is a precious stone. All right, moving ahead to the next one. Now let me see what the other ones were done. Yeah, Shraddhanjali, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, but my name is Nitya Srivera.
Okay, what is it?
Nitya Srivera.
Nitya. Okay, okay. Yes. Please read the instructions and answer question number 4.
Dash sister is arriving tomorrow.
Hmm.
Option D, no article.
Why?
Because we shouldn't put any article before people.
Okay. So, do you think this would sound fine? Sister is arriving tomorrow. A sister is arriving tomorrow. Would that be correct?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So again, yeah. What is it? You explain something?
Because you are talking about your
Your
sister.
sister.
So sister is not general.
Correct. So, sister is arriving tomorrow. So, you mean to say no article, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's correct. All right. Now, let me pick up other names. Shivraj Kombe. Are you there? Question number 5.
Ma'am, the answer of fifth is
Yes.
the breakfast is ready.
Why did you add the? What was the rule that we studied in the previous slides?
Ma'am, because the word makes it.
See, before meals, we omit. Yeah? So breakfast is ready. We don't add the. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Hanu. Yeah, we have someone with the name Thanu. No? Okay. Lydia. No? Okay. Advait Mundra.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Advait. Please read the instructions and answer question number 1.
Komal knows an unique method to solve this puzzle.
Okay. Why did you use an?
Ma'am, because we could use a, but it is an unique method. So unique starts with U, so and it has a U sound. It has a U sound which is a vowel, so we have to use an.
But don't you think it doesn't have the sound of you? In fact, it has the sound of like yes, like why. Komal knows a unique method to solve this puzzle. Sound, not exact sound of you. Though it begins with you, but the sound is something that we need to also take into account. In fact, that should be the first thing. Okay, so Komal knows a unique method. Okay. All right, well tried. Next. Question number 2. Kavish Singh. Are you there, Kavish? Can't hear you, Kavish. Okay. Swati. Swati Jadhav. No? Okay. Anushri.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 2.
The answer is an because
Could you read
even
the
though
entire sentence, please?
I met Rohit an year ago.
Hmm.
It is an because though why it starts from Y and it is a consonant. Y
Hmm.
is silent and it starts from E, which is a vowel, and an
Very
is
good.
used before vowel.
Very good. So I met Rohit an year ago. All right. Arjun. Question number 3.
The world dash is a happy place. The world is a happy place.
Okay. Why did you use a?
Ma'am, because H is a consonant and
Yes.
happy is not a specific
Correct.
word.
So, okay. By the way, what is happy? Which part of the speech is happy? Is it a noun, adjective, adverb?
Happy is an adjective.
Yes, because place is a noun. So this expresses the quality. Very good. So that's adjective. Okay. Now, tips for enhancing your vocabulary. Get into reading habit. Read daily. You need to set at least half an hour for reading, okay, on a daily basis. And you should try to choose books belonging to different genres, okay, different concepts, different stories. And then use a word journal, which means whenever you come across any new word or words, what you have to do is you need to jot them down and maintain a separate notebook for that. And you could also see what are the other synonyms that you can use in place of that specific word. Next is you could play word games. It could be fun, it could be engaging. You could play games like Scrabble and Boggle or other any of the available vocabulary games online. And then see where you can apply those learned vocabularies in your daily activities. Okay, so for this, you also need to go through your notebook and see, revise it at least twice a day and see where you can apply them. Keep a target, learn a single word a day. And when you learn, don't just learn the word, learn it along with some other words. Okay, so learn it in blocks. Okay, for example, if there is a word that you encounter, for instance, enhance. Okay, and imagine you don't know the meaning. Enhance means to improve, to increase, but here it means to improve. So you can write it down. Oh, okay. So this is the word enhance. Now, how I can remember is enhance vocabulary. Okay, or maybe create a sentence and remember it through that sentence. Reading helps to enhance vocabulary. Remember one sentence that way. That's going to help you to remember the word. Then, of course, you can even use flashcards to play with word written on one side and its meaning or example or definition on the other side. You can play it with your uh, family members. And again, engage in writing activities, make sentences, whichever word you encounter, try to make sentences, try to write short stories where you can use those words. Okay, so this is about the articles. So over to you, ma'am.
Hello, thank you, Lubna ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session. And I hope all students have enjoyed solving questions and learned something new, which they didn't know about articles, right?
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes, so we'll take questions. Just give me 2 minutes. We'll take questions. And before we take questions, I'll just inform you. So, this is the message to parents and students who would like to attend live sessions of MTG online classes, which are exclusively designed for the Olympiad preparation for the upcoming session. And these classes we have starting from 6th of May, as you can see in the schedule. For class 4, the timings are 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. For class 5, we have timing at 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So these classes will happen from 6th of May till July, you can see. And there are these are live conceptual classes which will have the syllabus and the practice questions based on the Olympiad pattern. There will be after class assignment. After every class, there will be weekly test and topic-wise worksheets that will be provided through the student LMS, which is an online portal where you will get access to the recordings. You will get access to the class notes, your assignments, your test, everything will be there at one place. And apart from that, if you would like to have any inquiry or have any question in mind, you can reach out to these helpline numbers, or you can mail us at mtgonlineclass@mtg.in. We have exclusive discount offers also for the attendees of the webinar. So if you want, you can reach out to us. And our team has shared the form also. If anybody has if anybody would like to fill the form and want us to call them back, they can fill up the form and our team will get in touch with them. So dear parents and students, thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, then they can raise their hand. I'll take the questions